Obviously very sad at the result we've achieved, and very sad at those colleagues that lost their seats in the election, and very sad for many people in this country who will now have a government that is continuing policies of austerity, and many of the poorest communities, I think, will suffer very badly from the economic strategy that I suspect the Prime Minister will take forward. But also, I have pride in our manifesto that we put forward, and all the policies we put forward, which actually had huge public support on issues of universal credit, the green industrial revolution, and investment for the future. But this election was taken over, ultimately, by Brexit, and we as a party represent people who both voted Remain and Leave, and my whole strategy was to reach out beyond the Brexit divide to try and bring people together. Well, those in Leave areas, in some numbers, voted for Brexit or Conservative candidates, which meant that we lost a number of seats and we didn't make the gains that I'd hoped we could have done, particularly in the Midlands and Yorkshire in the north. Well, I've done everything I could to lead this party, done everything I could to develop its policies, and since I became leader, the membership has more than doubled, and the party has developed a very serious, radical, yes, but serious and fully costed manifesto. And I've received more personal abuse than any other leader has ever received by a great deal of the media. Now, that happens all the time. I will talk to our national executive about what we do in the future. I called for last night a period of reflection in the party, and obviously the ruling body of the party, our national executive, will decide what process we follow then for the election of a successor to me. But I am quite prepared, and I was elected to do so, to lead the party until that takes place. I did everything I possibly could to win this election. I did everything I possibly could in order to bridge the divide between those that voted Leave and those that voted Remain. Because at the end of the day, they're going to live in a country where we're going to need that investment for the future. We're going to have, if this government stays in office, more homelessness, more divisions, and a bigger gap between the richest and the poorest. And so I did everything I could. Of course, I take responsibility for putting the manifesto forward, but I have to say the manifesto was universally supported throughout our party and throughout our movement. So I was elected to lead the party, and I think the responsible thing to do is not to walk away from the whole thing, and I won't do that. I will stay here until there has been somebody elected to succeed me, and then I will step down at that point. If you analyse the coverage that's made of the Labour Party, you analyse the coverage that's made of me, you're looking at in the 80% and above of negative, hostile, or frankly just downright abuse of individuals, and character assassination and constant attacks on me and my family and others. And I will be the MP for Islington North, and very proud to be the MP for Islington North, and I will continue to do the campaigning work I've done all my life on issues of social justice, on issues of housing, and issues of human rights around the world, and of course of environmental sustainability, because that is what I've spent my life doing, and that's what I'll spend the rest of my life doing.
Yep. There you go. Did you get that, Brad?
Maybe which car?
The first one.
First.
Yes.